Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy Paulie Paul, and you're now tuned in to Spityagametv TV, and I'm with Stakk.
What it do? It's your boy Stakk in the building. Back again with my boy Paulie Paul on another edition of Spit Your Game TV. 413 stand up.
So what's new? What's going on with the music?
Shit, there's been a lot of things going on since the last time I done linked with you. You know, just been dibbling, dabbling, trying to perfect my sound and my craft, and figuring out my route on this path of where I'm trying to go, and figuring out who really for me and who really meant to be around, and who deserved to be a part of this journey type shit, you know. Just been doing a lot of brainstorming and a lot of cleaning up.
That's what's up.
A lot of cleaning up.
So you was telling me about this song called Star.
Yeah, I got this new song called Star. It's gonna be on my up and coming project. I don't got a name for the project yet, but just make sure y'all stay tuned. It's gonna be definitely coming out by the summertime, maybe late spring if it's ready early enough. But got a lot of exciting joints off there.
Okay. Is now Star just the name of the song, or is it like an EP or album?
Star is just the name of that particular song. I don't know what I'm gonna name it yet. We was just talking about it on the way here. I'm still not sure if I want it to be an EP or album yet, because I have yet to put out an EP, and I feel like that's something that I kind of want to, do and explore. So I've been kind of leaning more towards that lately.
Oh, that's what's up.
All of my shit is like singles and albums out right now. So I think I want to dive into the EP wave.
Okay. Nice. You also got another joint you showed me. Where I'm from.
Got this other joint called Where I'm From. I got the idea from Anthony Hamilton. You know that where I come from.
Okay, yeah.
So when I heard the beat, it kind of like had that melody to me, but like in a new edition of it, a new version of it. So I kind of just took that and ran with it, because I feel like everybody from my background that's really coming from poverty can relate to that. So I kind of wanted to remake that experience for everybody in a newer way.
Okay. So I was just telling people about where you from.
Yeah, like where I come from, the kind of things that people grow up dealing with or having to go through, or certain things people got to do to get out of the struggle or to get out of their situation. Like, I was talking about, certain points in my life where I was having to rob people.
You just gotta know it's a backstory to all this shit, nigga. Same for play like you niggas be doing.
Or do certain things to better my position. Just, regular stuff that happens when you coming up in the struggle. Anybody that come from poverty know about the things that I talk about in the song. So I just want to make something that everybody could really relate to, but at the same time in a way where, they can still vibe and have a good time to it too. So, yeah.
So what have you learned from where you from those experiences?
First and foremost, I've learned to, keep your head on a swivel. Make sure you always paying attention to your surroundings. Make sure you're paying attention to the people that's around you and paying attention to their energy when it comes to things that you value and you care about. Just paying attention to people's actions and they patterns and stuff like that, seeing if it really fit with you and your life and what you got going on. I just really, I just really learned to pay attention to everything that's going on and make sure that I'm making the best decisions that I can make during those moments.
Think everybody could learn.
And, you never stop learning, because even when you're still not in that situation, you still diving into new experiences and new situations. So, you always going to be learning something as long as you paying attention and open and willing to learn, I feel like.
So what new projects you got coming out so far?
You interviewed my brother Smitty I got a couple projects with him. That's the main artist that I've been working with, because we got chemistry, besides like just the music and stuff. So
Like, fuck they trap out. Boy, I was in school, I was on the block trapping out. Rule number one, never serve at the traffic house. Rule number two, you never post.
he's been somebody I've been working real close with like that. I have a project with my bro Prince the Demon. A couple things that's, being talked about, but nothing that's like, set in stone yet right now. So, everybody just got to stay tuned and see what's going to be coming out. But you can definitely expect a lot of projects with my brother Smitty. It's going to be
That's what's
a
up.
lot of heat for the summer. Feel me?
So why the summer?
I feel like I needed to take a break and clear my mental space until then. So I kind of feel like I didn't really want to put anything out or put the pressure on myself of having to release anything or
Okay.
creating content and stuff like that. I feel like I needed a moment to just sit back and take in all the experiences that I've had lately and, pick out the lessons and just figure out where I'm headed next before I try to really start that route. I like to be ahead of things, so I don't like to just dive into shit. Sometimes I feel like it's important to take a step back from the music and just breathe and really take everything in so that you can refocus yourself to go further in that direction.
Okay.
So I feel like, I just had to take me a little break, but we're gonna be back real soon. It's gonna be a lot of new projects. When I do come back though, it's gonna be like frequently dropping. Like, I'm trying to get it to a point where I'm dropping, damn near 3 times, maybe 4 times a month, new project. So I'm gonna be working real, real hard, for everybody to have some new material to listen to.
That's what's up. Staying consistent.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's what keeps the machine going. People
Yeah, bro. I
paying
feel like
attention.
that's one of the most important parts of this shit. I feel like, because a lot of people put out something and it get like a lot of views or attention and shit like that, and then they just focus on that. But they don't really think about the fact that like you ain't made it yet, or you ain't get to where you trying to get to yet. So you can't just stop on that one project you put out or that one accomplishment you made. You gotta keep going and keep it consistent. So then that way when bigger opportunities approach, you already ready because you never stopped working on your craft the whole time.
Right.
It's important to do that because you never know when you're going to get booked for a show or when you're going to get a big feature or something like that where you really got to put on and showcase your talent like that. Right. So, you got to make sure that you stay sharpening your tools and stay on your shit.
That's what's up.
I feel like that's real important.
So you got any new visuals for you? New videos out?
I dropped a little visual called No Love. It wasn't nothing too crazy, just something simple that we had did on the phone. We had took a little trip to New York real quick, go get some chopped cheese and shit. So I figured I had this little drill song, it was the perfect time, we in New York, so why not shoot the video?
Right.
So, we just shot out there real quick, shot the little video, put that out. It's at a couple hundred views right now, so make sure y'all go run that up. Stakk Lane, No Love on YouTube.
Okay, that's what's up. What's that song about?
It's a sample beat from I don't know how to pronounce her name, so don't come at me if I'm saying it wrong, but I think her name is like SZA or SZA or something like that. She an R&B singer, but it's a song she has with Cardi B and Summer Walker called No Love.
Okay.
The beat was sampled from that, but I kind of twisted it and, talked about the times that people didn't show me love and, tried to act like they was really for me, but I had to overcome that and level up on niggas and shit like that. So,
Okay.
I just kind of like spun it around, but it's on a drill beat, so something up tempo and hype for everybody to vibe to.
That's what's up. So when can we expect a full video to come out, or is there no?
It's out.
Oh, it's
Yeah, I
the
just
full
dropped
video
it.
out?
I want to say maybe like a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. I just
Okay.
dropped it, but we definitely gonna be working on some new stuff soon. Like I said, this summer we really gonna be going crazy. Like I'm gonna be on it with dropping singles. I'm gonna be dropping projects. You know, I'm gonna be dropping visuals. This summer we gonna be full fledged back on it with
That's what's
everything,
up.
everything.
We're putting in a lot of work.
Yeah, bro, you got to, because, you know, I feel like this is how you leave your mark on this earth. So I feel like if I'm gonna leave mine, I wanna do the best at it that I could possibly do at it,
Right.
regardless of what everybody else got going on. You feel me? I feel like I gotta make sure I leave my imprint, and if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it my way, and we making sure we do that.
True. So, star, you feel like you're gonna be a star soon?
I feel like I already am. Like my mind frame, I feel like you gotta already be thinking of where you want to be before you get there
Right.
in order to prepare your mind and start maneuvering the ways that you need to maneuver to maintain that position. I feel like I already feel like a star. I already done beat the odds and overcame obstacles that people didn't make it out of, that people didn't get to get out of. You know, like we was driving around the other day and I seen somebody on the strip and I was just like, damn, like they still out here. Like, you feel me? So to me, I already am a star because I done overcame the shittiest obstacles that was put in front of me and made the best of that situation and still got to where I needed to be and put myself on my feet. So, you know, I feel like every day I feel like a star.
Do you feel like other people around you feel like you're a star?
Shit, if they don't, fuck them. That's how I feel. Because I feel like no matter what, everybody ain't gonna think you a star.
Right.
You know, it's too many people in the world for everybody to think you a star. So you got to focus on the people who do believe in you and the people who do fuck with you and think of you in that way. And that's all that's gonna matter, because if you focus on that, that's how you're gonna take off. Anybody who got something negative to say or anybody who don't agree or feel the same way as you, fuck them. Let them do them. Agree to disagree. You know, it ain't gotta be no beef. It ain't gotta be no smoke. But I ain't gonna fuck with you if you feel me. You're not on the same path as me, or if you're not on the same type of mentality as me. You know, we gotta be locked in. So if they don't feel how I feel about myself, then they usually not gonna be around me.
Oh, okay. You're not the type to put out a diss track and then go back.
Nah, I don't do that. Trust me, bro. If I was gonna do a diss track, it would have been done by now, because it'd be a lot of bullshit on my plate. But I don't do no diss tracks, bro. I feel like that shit corny. I feel like that shit cheesy, bro. I'd rather talk to you. Like if I got a
Okay,
problem with
face to
you,
face.
I'm gonna talk to you about the problem. I'm gonna go put in a song for it. What's that gonna do? Feel me? And not only that, niggas get killed over that shit.
Right.
So I'm not with none of that shit, bro. If I got a problem with somebody, I'm gonna let you know I got a problem. Or if it ain't something that's that serious, like I said, we can agree to disagree and go our separate ways, and it ain't gotta be nothing.